Women are out here saying, I just want a guy who's sensitive and in touch with his emotions. Bullshit. She wants a man with goddamn hair on his chest and a big pair of balls. My name is Stirling Cooper. I'm an award-winning adult film star, former high-class male companion, and I'm here to help you transform your sex life. In today's video, I'm going to teach you some activities that you can implement in your daily life that are going to make you more toxically masculine, which inadvertently makes you far better in the bedroom than the average soy boy. So one of the most important concepts for guys to really wrap their head around is that what women say they want and what women actually respond to tend to be two totally different things. So women will run around saying they want a nice, sensitive guy who's in touch with their feelings, and then they'll go and suck the dick of Giga Chad, who's about as toxically masculine as you could possibly get. So I'm here to teach you guys some daily activities that are actually going to make you more masculine. Basically, I'm going to teach you ways that you can channel and harness and nurture your masculine energy, because we live in a very, very feminized society. We live in a society that encourages feminine traits over masculine traits. It encourages female virtue over masculine virtue. And we live in a society, quite frankly, that tries to force fit most men and boys into a female model. The biggest problem here is that, ironically, by having men running around getting in touch with their emotions and, trying to be more feminine, it's actually ruining both men's and women's sex lives. The dudes aren't as good in bed, the women aren't getting dicked down properly, the dudes aren't as confident, the women think these guys are pussies. Like, it's just the completely wrong energy for both of these parties to come into the bedroom with. So, of course, if you have more feminized men, they're gonna be less masculine, less dominant, less aggressive, less sexy in the bedroom. That is what women actually are after. So let's start off with, the thing that basically makes us men, and that is the ability to fight, or the tendency or the proclivity to fight. I highly encourage every guy to learn some martial art, to get into some kind of martial art in particular where you can spar. So it might be something like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it might be something like boxing, it might be something like Muay Thai or kickboxing. These ones are generally very, very practical, applicable in the real world if you ever do end up in a scrap. But most importantly, you're going to engage in some degree of sparring. And that is important. You're going to test yourself mentally, first and foremost. You're going to test yourself physically. You're going to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, because comfort, my friends, comfort is where masculinity goes to die. So, start fighting. Learn some kind of martial art. Incorporate it into your regular schedule. Not only is it going to make you far more confident, it's going to make you far more fit, healthy, stronger, and believe you me, men and women alike can pick up on the body language of a guy who knows how to fight, who knows how to defend himself. And it is incredibly attractive to women. Secondly, lift heavy shit. Get in that gym, pick up some barbells, pick up some dumbbells, deadlift, squat, bench, overhead press. I don't really care what it is. Just get into a regular routine of lifting heavy weights. This is extremely good for stress relief. It's one of the greatest stress relievers a guy can really incorporate in his life. See, men and women kind of relieve stress in different ways. Men tend to relieve stress by doing things and accomplishing things and sort of exhausting this fire of energy they've got in their belly. And the gym is a fantastic way to do it. Builds up your body, makes you stronger, makes you mentally stronger as well. Every time you have to keep pushing your limits, it's going to give you a better physique. Overall, you're going to, there's no woman out there who dislikes a muscular, well-built male body. Sure, you might have some women who are like, okay, they might be into scrawny guys. They might be into the scrawny band guy or something, like the scrawny guitar player. Cool. But they're all attracted to the dude who's like fit and jacked. Like the Brad Pitt from Fight Club body is never been unattractive, right? So, and it's toxically masculine. But for the most part, for you, benefits for you as a man in getting in the gym and hitting and lifting heavy weights is boosting your testosterone levels, first and foremost. Fantastic thing for every guy. Make sure that shit's on point. Keeps your body in shape for longer. If you keep this as a regular part of your life, as you get older, as you get into your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, your body is going to be stronger and more physically capable, and you're going to suffer less muscle deterioration as you get older as well. So that's a fantastic thing. It's going to keep you going, keep you more virile and strong and effectively youthful for longer, just by getting in the gym and lifting heavy shit all the time. But that attitude, the culture of being in the gym with your boys and pushing each other, very, very similar to the fight culture, the culture of a fight gym, like I mentioned before. That culture of pushing yourself, one more rep, going that extra mile. These are all mental aspects, ironically, of cultivating a more masculine personality. Let's give you another one. Walking around with your shirt off in the sunshine. Yeah, something as simple as that. Walking around the beach, walking around your backyard, walking around your neighborhood. I don't care if you walk down to the local grocery store. Walk around with your goddamn shirt off occasionally. We spend too much time indoors. We don't get anywhere near as much sunlight as we should. Basically, everybody in the Western world is in vitamin D deficient for the most part. So getting outside with your shirt off every now and then, in some goddamn shorts, walk around in some friggin' tradie shorts, whatever, like some sports shorts. Expose as much as your skin as you can to sunlight regularly. Now, don't go outside and get sunburnt like a dumbass. Don't spend too long out there if you're pasty white. But get out there regularly and get regular UV exposure. Again, fantastic for your testosterone levels, good for your blood level, your cholesterol and your blood health, good overall for your hormones. It's going to keep you happy, going to keep you healthy, going to keep you on point, more virile, more masculine. Here's another one that's going to really help you psychologically. Being unfiltered. So and in particular, doing this around your boys. Having a group of bros that you really trust, can depend upon, and you can say whatever the fuck you want. You can be completely uninhibited. That's also a way of telling if somebody is really your boy. Like, if you guys can shoot the shit and talk about fucking anything and you say anything and no one's going to take offense to anything, no one's going to sit there and try and censor you, no one's going to be like, oh, you can't say that, man, that joke's inappropriate, that's insensitive. If you're around guys who will never say that kind of crap, if you're around guys you can be totally unfiltered around, that is a fantastic thing. And that's something you actually want to nurture, and that's something you actually want to try and hold on to as best as you can. Because censoring yourself is a very, very feminine trait. The idea of trying not to offend people is a very feminine trait. So the polar opposite of that is walking around, saying whatever the hell you want, completely uncensored, cracking inappropriate jokes with the boys. I highly encourage guys to cultivate that kind of a relationship with your close male friends in a male-only environment, because if the moment you inject a woman into that environment, it's going to throw off a dynamic. Someone's going to either censor themselves or she's going to try and censor you guys or whatever the fuck. But be censored and uninhibited in what you're saying and the jokes you're saying and the views and the opinions you're expressing. Debate it, get it out in the air, but most importantly, be uncensored in what you're saying. That is a really, really powerful thing that you can do for yourself right now. You can start cultivating in life right now, which is going to significantly build your confidence, build your self-esteem, build your ability to express yourself, build your ability to assert yourself, and make you a far more dominant masculine man. And I'll also add into this generally the idea of being loud and being the center of attention. If you're out at a restaurant cracking jokes, being loud, and you don't necessarily have to be obnoxiously loud, but don't worry about the volume of your voice. If you're talking with your boys, if you're having a laugh, whatever you're doing out and about, there's something that goes on back here in your subconscious where if you're worried about offending people, if you're worried about someone telling you to be quiet, like you sort of subconsciously make yourself quieter. You make yourself, you bring your volume down. But if you consciously do the opposite, if you're consciously louder, deliberately louder, if you start off as, this is a conscious habit you start with, I'm going to deliberately be a bit louder, and eventually you naturally adopt that as a habit. By being a more louder, expressive man who's totally fine being the center of attention, totally fine having people look at him, that is a very, very confident, very, very attractive trait. And all of these traits that I've been talking about today, like being comfortable being the center of attention, getting jacked in the gym, pushing a comfort zone by fighting, right? Being uncensored in what you say. All of these translate into you being a far more dominant and confident guy in the bedroom. You're sure as hell going to have no problems leading a woman in the bedroom, like moving around between sex positions, telling her what to do, making sure she's happy, making sure you're happy, leading her through a sexual experience. That is not going to be a problem when these traits are emphasized in your daily life. Now, one of the big problems that a lot of guys face is that they're sabotaging their own testosterone levels through the foods that they eat. So make sure you check out this video right here and learn which ones to avoid.